everyone, it's the Witchy Stitchers.
And Charlene.
And I'm Morgan.
And this is the disdainful cat, a.k.a. Poe. Hi, Debbie. Look at that face.
She's not happy with us.
She's just... So we shut the bedroom door because Preston's sleeping because he's on night shift this week. And apparently when you shut the door, that is cue for, oh, I'm going to wake up, and because she likes to sleep in there with him. I'm going to get up and terrorize the dogs in the house. And, oh, look, the humans picked me up and they're making me be a celebrity. I know. It's rough. You guys have any therapists for cats? Send them our way, because this one is in need of one. Anyway, so today is April 22nd. It is our 66th video, and it is a balmy 29 degrees. It's been snowing off and on for the last 2 weeks. Last night it didn't really accumulate a whole lot, but it was cold and it flash froze, and so it's a mess. Yeah. So I'd
like to know where the April showers are.
They're April snow showers. So I have zucchini bread in the oven going, so if you can hear the oven, I don't apologize, and I will have a bite for you.
Yes.
But it's cold in here, and I wanted to warm up the house. So anyway, we decided to come to you and do a video.
Yeah.
So, some plans, some updated news. Need to make this quick because I want to get it done before the bread is ready to come out, so we don't have to restart it.
Good thing I know how to splice.
There you go. So far for the month, for the year, I am setting at a little over 35,000. Went over 35. Actually, I'm at 35,025. For the month, I'm at 6,806.
So I'm not sure where I'm at. I'm assuming I'm probably sitting at like 15,000 now.
For the year?
Yeah,
cool.
And I'm not sure what for the month, but
cool. All right.
Yeah.
So I came up with a plan because I feel like that, next year for my birthday, I will be the queen. Stick with me. So next year, I am turning 50.
Don't be drinking anything.
Don't be drinking anything. And I figured that because my hive is so good to me and they love me so much, and I am completely and totally obsessed with bees, that I would throw out there for everybody who would like to buzz along with me to do a stitch along next April that is something bee themed, because it's awesome. So I am putting the bug in your ear now. That is what I would like to do.
Yep.
I have a Better Homes and Gardens cross stitch book. It's about yay thick, book of all these amazing patterns in it. And the back portion of it has maybe a dozen or so samplers, and there are 2 of them that are bee related. I have a feeling that's probably what I'm going to go with, but I have a year to, talk to my honeys and see what I can come up with too. So anyway, keep it in mind. If you would like to join along with me, you have a year to plan. That's plenty of time. You've got the buzz. It's all good. All right. So we were busy this week. We have some finishes to show.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I finished another notebook off.
Rest in peace, little notebook.
Yeah.
We have an obsession with notebooks.
I've actually had this notebook since I was in middle school. So
she makes it sound like that was so long ago.
It feels like eons ago. And then
you're talking to the person who gets to celebrate half a century next year.
Yeah, I get to celebrate 2 decades in a few months.
I remember when I turned 10, and I remember my dad was like, "You're a decade old," and I remember thinking, whatever.
I finished finished my cauldron, or my Trans Witchcraft cauldron. So
pretty.
this is the original. I changed a couple of the colors because pink. Ew.
Not when I'm drinking.
So I
pretty.
did purple and blue.
So pretty.
So hopefully, I don't work Sundays anymore. So hopefully on a Sunday we can go out and find a frame for this.
You know what would be cool? I know it would cost a little bit because you'd have to have them cut it.
Yeah.
But to have them cut the mat.
I was actually thinking about it.
Excuse me. Allergies are a thing. That
Even
would
with
be
the
really
snow,
cool.
I think it'd be really cool. But yeah, it's done and I'm really happy.
Just saying. I think it's gorgeous.
And I think I got this pattern, I think it was a free chart from Jets are going over. From Stacy's page, I think.
I cannot remember where you found that out. I know you've had it for a little while. Because you started it last year, right?
Yep, May 16th. It was a Mania
May
project.
16th. Oh, rub it in. We've got Mania plans too.
Yes. There's more than just our stitching that we're going to be showing you. Yes.
Okay.
Anyway.
My finish is a birthday present for my hubby. So his birthday is next month. So this is the hamster. And if you guys remember, this was a pattern that came on the back of a postcard that I received through Post Crossing. I don't know, it's been 2 or 3 years ago.
We had quite a few.
Yeah. So I got this done, and I'm hoping to pick up a frame this weekend when we go out, because one of my birthday presents from a very dear friend was a gift card to Hobby Lobby. Picture frames. I'm going to get some picture frames. Anyway. Can you tell? It's a good day.
It's a very good thing.
We're just feeling silly. So, alright.
It's been the longest week of the year, too.
It has been a week from... I have been going since... What time did I start going? I started going this morning at 2:21 a.m. I walked out to... We have one vehicle. And Preston is working nights, so... I keep the truck 3 days a week because Morgan works late at her job. So I went out got up this morning when he called to wake me up to go pick him up because he gets off at 3. And I went out to get in my pickup, and my tire was low, going flat. So I went to the shop, picked him up, aired up the tire. Tire didn't want to hold air. As he was airing it up, he found a screw in the tire. Apparently, the tire got some action. Who knew? So, we were changing out a tire. And luckily, it wasn't cold. It was only 26, and it wasn't snowing anymore. So, we changed a tire at 3 a.m. and I came home, and by the time we got to bed, it was almost 5, and I had to be back up at 6 to get the kids to school. So, our kid to school. She can get herself up, but the little man. Anyway.
It's funny, though, that this is the second time this season that this has happened.
Yeah. So, anyway, luckily we caught it and didn't have a blowout or nothing, so it can always be worse. So, anyway, that's been my adventure this morning. So, if I seem silly and occupied, it's because I'm really tired.
Yeah. I've just been running like crazy with school stuff.
Yeah, so, see?
We both have 3 more weeks left.
We both have our conundrums today.
Yeah.
So, I went in and I updated my list.
I have one of those too. I just don't have it printed off yet.
OCD-ness. And went through and marked the ones that you guys haven't seen yet. I don't know if you can see the yellow highlighter.
It's not really showing.
Not really. Anyway, there's not very many that you have not seen from the 100-day challenge. We each have 5 to show today, which will still leave several, but it'll get us more caught up than we were.
I'm ramping up my stitch stuff now.
She's got a little bit more time, too.
I've been busy with school.
But we came up with a plan, so I'm going to kind of skip for just a second and talk about our plans for Mania before we show you our stitching. As all of you know, feel free to interject here.
Yeah, go ahead.
We are not doing Mania traditionally, as in 31 new starts, because minus last week's story, which thank you for all of your kind words and thoughts.
Thank you.
there's an exception to every rule. And she felt really bad. She's like, I don't want to start something without you. And we didn't plan on this. That's kind of that's a gimme. So we had decided that we were not going to do any new starts this year, which last week justified. We have not. We have done really well. We have been very tempted.
Stacy, stop it.
We've done a lot of drooling. We've done some shopping.
Yes.
We won't talk about that.
Nope.
Etsy is evil, just for the record. I'm going to go on record and saying that. I want that in my eulogy somewhere, that I thought Etsy was evil. And
Etsy, 123, Amazon.
Terrible places.
Yes.
So we decided, and we actually had a viewer respond back and tell us that this was something that Pam and Steph actually do. That the Mania starts that we've had years previous, which last year's the first year that we really, really kept track of when we started a project in May, for Mania, I guess I should say.
Last year was my first Mania, anyway.
Yeah, well, I had done it the year before, but I'd only done...
You did like 10 of the days.
16 or something like that, but I didn't keep track of what I started then. So we decided that, so for this Mania, we're going to do similar to what Pam and Steph are doing. So we went through, and if Morgan wants to show hers, I'll show mine.
Show first, and then, yeah.
So,
That's why she's showing first.
that's why I'm showing first. So, just go ahead and lay down. Thank you. This thing is full. Well, it was full. Now everything fell out.
We have a slight obsession with sticky notes and stickers.
Shh, you promise not to tell. A little bit. Alright, so this is May. Now, two things. I did not plan for all the pink to go over here and all the blue to go over here.
They merged.
They did a little bit. Because I worked on this side first, because I had this one covered up with my notes and switched over. It's just the way Charlene's brain works. I was really happy though. Look at all these Saturdays. I have one Saturday full. So Sarah, the stitching mommy, is that right?
Stitching mommy.
Stitching mommy. I can never say that right. Sarah, I apologize. Sarah, she knows who she is. She is doing Mirabilia Mania. Or Mirabilia May.
Mirabilia in May. I don't know.
Something to do with Mirabilia. How's that? Anyway, she and I both have a mermaid that is a Mirabilia that we started in June?
Yeah.
I think it was it was mid-June. Anyway, so
last year we started a mermaid.
And it's a Mirabilia.
Oh, look at you have your notes right there.
Hey, look, here's notes. Smart ass.
You love me, you know it.
Yes, I do. More than you know. 6/14 to be exact. That's Flag Day.
Duh.
How could I forget that? Anyway, so what she and I have decided to do is that we're going to take Mania and we're going to take Mirabilia May, if that's the correct terminology. Again, I apologize if I'm wrong.
Hey!
And we're going to combine the two. Apparently the cats are going crazy. So we are going to take, and on the days that, you want to show yours now?
Yes.
So on the days that are open without sticky notes.
Please forgive my school notes on here.
There we go.
That works.
We will work on Mirabilia. I have 9 days free. So I finished 9 of my 31 that I started last year. And I think you said 16 or 13? I'm sorry.
34.
Counting, it's a challenge. Which is really cool, and that's why I'm
21.
Really 21. Oh, wow. You get a lot of...
I only started 13 last year.
That's right.
And I finished 3 of them so far.
Done and done. So I'm really excited because, like I said, all but one of my Saturdays is free. And Saturdays is, unless something is going on now, there's one Saturday in here that's Preston's birthday. So I probably only get a couple of stitches in that day for obvious reasons. But I'm really excited because I think I'm going to be able to get quite a bit done on her.
Yeah.
And we will show her next show ours. next week when we do our video. Hopefully we're going to be able to come to you on the 29th. I think that's the plan as of right now.
I think we've decided Tuesdays or Thursdays will be our days.
Yeah.
I don't work Tuesday or Thursday.
They've really changed up our schedule because of everything that happened. Watch last week's video.
Yeah.
And because of that, her hours have changed, which still works for us.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a matter of, kind of readjusting our schedules. So I think when we come to you next Thursday, we will... Bad cat. We will come to you with what projects we will be working on the first week of May, so you can see the befores and afters. And then we will both show you our mermaids.
Yep.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, I only have 4 that I'll show. Well, 5 counting.
3 if we come on Thursday.
Oh, yeah. I'll
And
have
then
4 when I show the mermaid.
And then I will have 3 plus the mermaid, so I'll have 4 to show you.
Yeah, we'll both have 4.
And then we'll have our stitching from this week, so we can continue getting caught up with the 100-day challenge. So that is our mania plans.
And actually, some of the ones that she hasn't showed you guys yet, she's done a mania, so you guys will see both of them.
No.
Yes.
I don't think so.
I guess I looked in the box before we did this.
She looked in the box before we did this. Anyway, so that is our plan. We also have talked about we have showed you guys Louise Lalier 1901. We have talked about doing either a flower or a letter every month to expedite her finishing process. So far this month I have not been successful with tackling that. So that's kind of one of the things we wanted to do. One of the projects that I'm going to show you, I would really like to start doing one of them a month. And then Morgan's going to show you our cacti, which we've kept up to that minus March. Well, I didn't get one done in March.
I didn't get one done in March, and I didn't get one done in February.
I thought you did.
I started one in February, but I finished 10 the other night.
Oh, okay. That's right. You're right. And then there was one other thing. Oh, and then my mother's quilt. And I haven't touched that And if you hear her roaring, it's because Luna's down here on the floor playing with Snoopy. And his roar is louder than the other. So, trust me. Don't be surprised.
They're like BFFs, too.
Oh, yeah. So, the other thing that we did, she said she didn't print hers out.
I'm still fighting with my program.
Is that I started going through. Obviously, I've got 95 whips to go, so I'm going to be a while. But marking down, I used an acronym, which I hate, but I did. Have all threads. I'm going through and making sure that everything is kitted up. So I'm on track.
Yep.
So I think that's it.
I think so.
So I guess that's our mania plans that we've shared with you. We'll talk about the rest of our plans when we get to done showing you some stuff. Yeah. So, all right. So, how about you go first? I've been doing all the talking.
You're the one that's coming up with the plans. I just follow along. Alright, so I forgot to grab the cover picture.
What she's saying is I'm a bad influence.
I'm the bad influence.
You weren't the one that went shopping last night.
You did the shopping for me. And I have been shopping on my own, and it did not end well.
She bought coffee. Very good. Guatemalan.
A lot.
Very good.
So I worked in Liberty Quaker. So I did this star,
love that one.
And then I finished this little motif. So I'm just working away. I want to get this done. We started these guys on the 4th of July. I want to get it done by the 4th of July.
Oh, that would be so awesome. That would be so awesome. So this is
bread
one.
Smells so good.
That's zucchini bread. So this one was one of the ones that I spun, and I think I actually worked on this one quite a while ago.
It's been a while.
Because some of these have been in the box for a little bit. Yeah, this one was called back to March 7th to be exact.
Eesh.
But I think it's fair that we keep even numbers when we show, because I don't want it to be about me, and it's not fair to be about her. It's about us. So Oops.
Go
She
ahead.
will disappear for a minute. So, got some more threads. This is out of, cross stitch and needlework. November of 13.
Don't play paw hockey.
But I want to.
I can't find it. I lost it back to my needle. Hey.
I thought I fell down here between your feet.
No, it's shot over here.
So, I don't remember where I worked. I think I put in some more black. But this is one that I would love, and I started this one a long time ago. I would love to get this one finished this year. It's fun to work on. I have no reason for not getting it done. Those things. So, there's that one.
Okay, so technically I had 3 finishes to show you guys this week, but because this is a full project, it doesn't count.
Okay.
So I worked on the cacti. So our goal with the cacti is every month to try to finish a cacti, and then maybe we can at least have them done and work on the border for next year.
And we're changing the border. We decided
The color does not work with our fabric.
with our fabric. So I think we're going to do, you know what we should do? Just a thunk. We should do like a blackboard or an onyx or something that
That's
gives
what I was
it,
thinking about doing.
instead of just doing 310.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a thunk.
That's why I was diving into her stash later. So I finished Mr.
Our
George.
stash.
Whatever. I finished George. I can still see you.
She calls it my Kermit face.
It is her Kermit face. So I came over and I was going to work on, is it Cosmo? With the little bunny? Anyway, I was going to work on him. Yeah, Cosmo.
So. Oh, my nose.
I was going to work on him. And I stitched the whole of the bunny. And then I realized that instead of going the right direction, I went the other direction. And I had to rip out the entire bunny.
Said rabbit disappeared. Get it? Magic trick.
No more shorts for you. So I went up and decided to start working on Spike, the sad little cacti. I don't know why he's sad.
I don't ever figured out why he's sad either, but if my name was Spike, I might be sad. Although, you know, people name bulldogs Spike all the time.
I say bulldogs, and
It's a
it works
cartoon
in
thing.
Tom and Jerry.
Just saying. Okay, so I worked on Doreen Jones. Love her work. She has an amazing Facebook page with all kinds of wonderful free patterns. Check her out. So this is called Enchanting Dragonfly. This is from, and you have to forgive me because I've got another project kitted up in here that I want to start someday. I don't remember when this one is, but this is World of Cross Stitching. And yes, I cross stitch a lot for magazines for our new viewers that are not familiar with that. So this is what it's going to look like. And I'm also obsessed with stained glass.
And dragonflies.
And dragonflies, which you guys have seen my tattoos. I worked on his body. Just did 100 or so stitches on his body. This one was one that I pulled clear back in February.
Well then.
So, but I want to work. The reason I went ahead and pulled him, besides the fact that he's one of the older ones that you haven't seen yet, I want to finish kitting him up because he has a very large palette.
He's got a very beautiful color palette.
He does. Very nice palette.
Okay, so I worked on my garden. I have caught up with March.
Woohoo!
I just need to get caught up with April now.
And I have been working on my temperature tree for the record, but I didn't grab it. I sow my leaf every night before I go to bed. That's like some people eat a dish of ice cream.
She does a leaf.
Stitch a leaf.
Yep. And I do these when I can. The 25 count, as much as I love this, if I've spent a lot of time in front of my computer, my eyes are really tired and I don't want to do it. So that's where I'm at now. They're very blue.
You could say blue. Tell we watch a lot of cartoons.
If you don't know the references, look them up.
Nomeo and Juliet. Nomeo.
Not Romeo. No meow.
And yes, we're big Shakespeare fans too. Because we're nerds.
Because reading is an art.
I love reading.
And writing is an art.
Shh. Don't tell people I'm famous.
We both are, thank you very much.
Ego. So this one I worked on, I actually started this several years ago for Preston. And I found it when I was going through a box of my whips. And I was like, do you still like this? Do you want me to get it done? He's like, oh, yeah. Neither one of us are Apache. I am of Choctaw and Cherokee descent. But be it as it may, I love what it says. So I still want to get it finished for him. I worked on this one the latter part of March. And I think I basically stitched on the words. I worked on this line down here. So I want to, the next time I pick this up, I think that was why I worked on this row, is because now I don't have to jump so far to come on this side, and I can start on the border. There's a big feather that I can start on. So anyway, someday I'll get this one done.
It was really pretty.
Thank you. Yeah, I bought this one, oh gosh. I think I bought this from that was from 1996, so I'm thinking I must have bought it from one of the craft stores down in Farmington.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I've had it a real time. When we still lived in Draco. Back in the day.
Back before I existed.
When I was skinny.
Aye.
And my stitching was And now it's but no fat. So, it's all good. But I make better curmy faces now because I have kids.
Okay, anyway.
Coffee's good. It's Guatemalan.
This is what happens when she only gets like 3 hours. So I worked on my mail hill.
It could be worse. I could be one of those moms that's a raging, and I'm not. I just get goofy when I'm tired.
That's not my job. So I worked on, so I'm coming across this way first. So I worked on this aspen leaf tree, quakey tree, whatever you want to call them.
So pretty.
So once I get this back out, I'm going to start pulling, well, I'll come up and I'll finish it, and then I'm going to start pulling the oranges to come across all the way.
So pretty.
I think I have 2 more trees left on this side, and then I'll have 2 more on this side.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You done before you know?
I know.
All right.
I actually meant to look and see how many more Mondays were left.
In the year?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know next month there's 5, so I get to work on my white pumpkins twice, so I'm all sorts of super happy. I have been working on mine, my rotation of the 4 every Monday, but I did not grab them this week to show you. So we'll get back on track soon. Just be patient. So next up, this was on, let's see what day this was. This was on the 7th of April. I drew this one. And this is out of Cross Stitcher. You can tell that I like the European magazines. I'm just a smidge obsessed.
A smidge.
A smidge. So this is the one that I was telling you about that I would love to do a cupcake each month. This is the only Christmas project that I have going, and it's not even that I started it because it was Christmas per se, as much as I started it because it's food and cupcakes, and I'm known for my cupcakes because I love to bake, and it shows.
You are really insulting yourself today.
No, I didn't mean that.
I know.
I just love to cook. I wasn't talking about my butt. That's because I like chocolate. She bought me a Milky Way yesterday. You know what I'm craving? Is 1,000 grand. Remember those, the red packet candy bars?
I haven't seen those forever.
Those are the best candy bars on the planet. Tell us your favorite candy bar. Because we're nosy and we want to know your business.
Yeah.
So, I came down here and worked on this. And then I worked a little bit on the brown, and I think I was waiting to finish the rest of the white in the middle of it until I got all of it done. Oh, and I worked on the green right here too. I remember that. So anyway, it would be super fun to get one of these done a month, because then I would have it done. It wouldn't be done in time for Christmas, but it would be done to get completely finished to have.
But then we could hang up it behind the holiday tree.
I know, right? Plans.
Which is actually going to be our winter tree while we have our Christmas tree up.
These cupcakes are huge. I mean, because size matters. But there's a lot of stitching in them. So
they're not like our lip cacti.
They're like the cupcakes that I make. They're big cupcakes.
I can only imagine what happened to my class after we left.
They lost weight because I wasn't there.
So I've been working on summer. And I've decided that I can't sit and watch TV with my brother and work on intricate stuff.
They got me hooked on The Mandalorian. I love Grogu.
Grogu.
He's my hero. Although I'm kind of smitten with The Mandalorian, but with the mask on, not with it off. Like his character with it off. I see him as the bad guy from The Equalizer too, and so I kind of, but with the mask on, that whole hey.
Okay. Okay.
We had a faux pas.
A little bit, yeah.
It's fixed. Okay.
Apparently I might have said something offensive.
She dropped her needle. It was curse-worthy.
5 minutes on the ground looking for him. So I worked on summer, which I think I showed you guys that before, but anyway. This is where I'm at. I was just working on the ginormous poppy over here.
Poppy. I like the poppies.
Yes. But again, I'm not watching movies with my brother anymore.
I thought you said we were moving on.
We are.
Okay. Anyway.
At least from what you were talking about, we are.
So I worked on Pretty Pumpkins on... This is a nice list to keep track of. This was another one that's scrolled back to March 28th. So...
And she even got me coffee.
This is going in place. Yes, I got her coffee.
In my nice, ginormous 2-cup coffee cup.
Yes. And this is one of the ones that I went ahead when I went shopping. I ordered... No, the order's not here because I just went shopping last night.
Without me, for that matter, too.
Yes, but part of what I ordered
what
was
is this
for her.
doing in there?
Oh, it's for good luck. You keep a button in your patterns for good luck.
Oh, so if you frog out.
Works for me. Now, I always have this thing upside down.
That looks right.
So, this one is one of the Mania starts. I started on May 31st. And so...
That's
I worked,
so cool.
Thank you. I worked, I think, up in here. I'm missing the colors to fill in here, and then this is the second half. So the pattern, I think the pattern is...
It's cut in half, I think.
Is it in half or... Yeah, it's in half. Or is it in 4? I don't know. I think it's in half. So this is the top, bottom. But I'm missing a bunch of these threads. And since it's coming out again in May, I went ahead and got the rest of the threads so I can move all over and work on it properly. So you will see this one again
Next month.
next month.
At the end of next
probably
month.
June.
But, yeah. Well, no, you'll pre-show it in May, so.
Oh, true. True. Yeah.
They'll see the beginning of it, just not
Yes.
until June.
Exactly. So that takes us to... sorry, I'm trying to set this up. This takes us to plans, the rest of our plans. So I'm going to let you go ahead because I'm going to do a count right quick to let them know how many more I need to show them.
Okay, so the next project that I want to attempt to finish, it was a Mania start last year. It's also one of my favorites. I want to finish my Persnickety Peacock. I have him almost done, and then I just have the border and the feathers around him.
You have the beadwork too, don't you?
It's not actually beadwork, it's stitches, but I'm going to do beads instead.
Okay, okay.
Because shiny. I want to get caught up in my garden. It's just been one of those months where it's really difficult to do much of anything that I want to do. So
It's been a busy month.
it has been very busy.
So I have 11 more projects to show you.
I guess I better get my
the 100
rear
Day
end in
challenge.
gear.
I don't know though. You said that the refrigerator tops,
There's a shotgun.
right? I think Prickly is going to be the only one from May that will be a duplicate. Oh, and Yoda.
I think she could finish Yoda in May too.
Oh, totally.
And then we're going to put him right here.
Yep, and we're going to offend everybody that watches us.
Scurry on.
Maybe we should just say the disclosure now. Anyway, so my goals for next month, besides this next week, words. Of course, keep working on my temperature tree.
Well, I mean, it's kind of going into next month.
Yeah, well, we'll see him again before Mimi actually starts, though.
Yeah.
But next week's video will be a little bit longer because we will have those projects befores and afters. I want to finish my owl, like the one I made for Dalton. I mean, it's the same series, it's just a different one. I want to finish it for Preston for his birthday, so I want to get that done this week into next week. And then, of course, the temperature tree every day, and then obviously my nail hills. I don't know what we will bring to you to show next week as far as the 100 challenge, but we'll bring you something.
Whatever we feel like.
Exactly. They'll get caught up eventually. So I think that's all. There was something I thought of I was going to mention, and then I lost my train of thought. Oh, I do too know what it was. So she and I talked about doing, and there's several stitchers that do this. So this isn't like
Our
copying
thing.
somebody, no, and it's definitely not our thing. But we watch one of Flosstuber who she does the Dark 13. I think we actually mentioned this last week.
Dark 13
And then the 31st
and
to do a Halloween project.
Well, we were going to do the 31st also, but somebody also does Merry 25 or...
Yeah, for Christmas. And so we thought that...
I don't have a Christmas project.
She doesn't have a Christmas project.
I have Winter Quaker. I could work on that.
Yeah.
And I could work on my Winter Nouveau.
Yeah. So I think we're going to try and do that. It was kind of funny because I had worked on... So on the 13th, I worked on the owl that I finished for Dalton.
Yeah, I worked on my cauldron.
And it was in the... one of the Halloween... issues, series, whatever. There were several Halloween packages and projects in there. And I made the comment to her after the fact. I'm like, I didn't do my, Dark 13. And I'm like, duh. Dork. Anyway.
I'm the one that reminded her that this was a Halloween project, too.
So, and of course, there's no 31st, so won't work on any more Halloween this month. But,
who says you can't work on Halloween whenever you want?
well, this is true. On the 25th, though, I am going to try to work on my cupcake.
Maybe that's
What is
Sunday.
the 25th?
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday? Maybe. We'll see what it brings.
Trina, get winter out. It's a date.
Score. Alright, I think that's it. I think that's what I was going to say. I didn't write it down, so I can't remember.
I know I only have 3 more weeks of school left, guys, and then we'll be back to Fridays.
Cool.
Early morning Fridays, because I work at night.
Yeah. Alright. So I think we've said all we can say. I need to go take care of my bread because I have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left on my timer, so I'm going to go take care of my bread. So, I guess, do you have anything else?
Nope.
Alright.
Just be careful and
Don't forget,
be kind. Bye.